Okay. Hey, Sarah, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Sarah, it's Jamie. I'm really excited for our call today. How about you?
I am. I am. I've been looking forward to it.
Okay, awesome. Me too. Me too. All right, let's dive right in. Do you want to? Are you good with that?
Yep.
What's been happening in the last week with your business since we talked last Monday?
We are rounding up our certification. We're just about done. Really excited about it. I'm exhausted, but it has been quite a journey. I'm really proud of my partner and I. So we've been going
Oh,
through.
I love that. I love that, which kind of leads me into what I want to talk about today, and that's accountability. And I know how much you love that topic. Does that sound like something exciting to start your Monday off
I
with?
do. This is better than the budget talk we had last week, Jamie.
Sarah, did you not love that? You didn't love the
It
budget?
wasn't fun. Accountability, like for some people, I know accountability probably feels like budget to them, but to me, I know I do better with accountability,
I
you
can
know.
already hear it in your
Yeah.
voice how much more excited you are to talk about this topic
Yeah.
than you were last week.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I love that. Well, let's dive right in because I am curious to know what your current accountability method looks like within your MAP certification. What does that look like?
Um, we kind of created our own accountability journey with this. So when they threw the self-paced university at us, we knew we had to up our accountability game. Because without it, we're seeing people around us falling like flies. I don't even know, flies,
Mm-hmm.
flies.
Yeah, I think pies fall.
Yeah, things are falling around us, dominoes falling around us. And so we're realizing what we came up with has been really effective. So, we have been time blocking very purposefully, holding each other very accountable. We're saying no to other things to say yes to our one thing together and holding each other accountable for that. We have, when we get on to do our calls together, we put everything else to the side, and we make this a priority. So it's worked really well.
That's awesome. So I know that part of your certification you told me is it's all based around the one thing, right? Is that
Yeah.
right? That book?
Yeah.
How do you feel like having gone through that has helped you in this accountability category?
Oh my gosh. I mean, the very first thing they had us do was read that book again in a fast pace. And now I know why. Because I mean, I just feel like that is the business Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to be successful in anything, you've got to get small, and you've got to do things purposefully. And that book teaches you how to do that. And so we have taken what we learned from that book, and we're utilizing that with our accountability. Which also accountability is one of the five pieces of our business model. So we're not only we're moving forward in our MAPS business certification, but we're also getting great use out of our accountability model in our own businesses.
I love that. Okay, so what does it look like for you to be accountable? What does it look like?
Man, girl, I need it in my life. I am a ideas person. I'm a creative. I can't sleep because I think of ideas all the time, and it's hard for me to and I've always been this way as a teacher in RNF. I'm a processor, so I have to say it out loud to see if it's a good idea. Not that I need approval from other people's, but I'm a talker. So I just have to say it. I have to verbalize it. I have to run it through a few people to kind of, and even if they just nod their heads and listen, I'm able to process my thoughts by doing so. So for me, and I also, humans are my gig. So I'm way more likely to get my work done if I know a human is waiting on me. I mean, if I know that a human that I care about is planning on seeing me and my face on a Zoom at 8:30 in the morning, then I'm going to get up earlier than that to get my stuff done. So I'm ready at 8:30.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm
Does your
wired.
family know how you hold yourself accountable? Like, do you bring this to your home life too, or do you feel like it's more business related?
Um, mean, my family knows this is how I work for sure. And this is nothing new for them because I have worked from home for a while. So they know when mommy's working, mommy's working. And I feel like, I mean, my kids are old enough and my husband definitely understands, but whenever I'm focused on finishing something or on my one thing, like they just need to get out of the way for a bit until I knock it out.
So it sounds like you have a great system set up to hold yourself and your partner accountable for maps.
Yeah.
Do you do this in your mind, or do you have this mapped out on a calendar?
Well, we definitely put our appointments in our calendar,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it's set in stone. We just have really put it that way. I mean, unless something big comes up, I mean, we give each other grace. My partner is divorced. So when she has her kids, she's got her kids, or when she's, on vacation, and there's times where she has more flexibility than I do, but, so there might be times where she gets ahead on a book or ahead on something, but then I might do the same thing the next day. So I think we have an equal amount of trust on we're both doing our part, which I feel like is really important with, accountability.
And what happens to you if you miss something for that you're being held accountable for? What happens to you?
Oh, well, I've got a guilty conscience that could, knock the Eiffel Tower over. My mom gave me a really healthy dose of guilty conscience. So I don't like that feeling at all. So I'll do just about anything to make sure I don't get that feeling of guilt or feeling like I'm using someone else or I'm dependent upon someone else. I always want to make sure that no one can say I didn't do my part. Like
awesome.
That's ingrained in me.
Mm-hmm. So how do we differentiate your accountability partner and your coach?
Oh, I mean, my coach is just, we're getting our work done. We're moving forward. I don't think we spend a lot of time giving me difficult questions like this, Jamie, if I'm being honest, why do you throw questions like this at me that are hard? But
yeah,
we don't take the time to do things like this. We take the time to just get our work done. We try to, even though we have a lot of personal things we could talk about, we kind of have a list of those things we'll catch up on once our one thing is done. So we don't even take time to do that, let alone take time to ask questions like this. So I don't get my time to think with my accountability partner. We get our work done. So, you're able to help me think outside of my box and help me grow in all areas of my business, not just get my work done.
I love that. So I want to help you help keep you accountable to the things that you need to do to finish your certification. So do you have your 411 handy?
I do.
Should we open it together?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to open it on my end too. You have it in front of you?
I'm working on it here.
Okay, me too. And then I really want to go specifically to the 411 and see where we are and what that looks like. And I know that you have your accountability partner and you guys have been going through this, but I think maybe we could see what we could add to it or work on for the next week.
First.
Which
one? 411?
Yeah, let's look at your 411.
Okay. I've got it up here.
Okay, perfect. So what week are we in now? Week
4. Holy moly.
Already. Okay, so should we add a few things in here that would help you over the next week complete your certification, or I guess what's your next goal after completing your certification? What's the first thing you want to do?
Oh, I'm so focused on completing it. I haven't even really given myself the liberty to think that far. Because it's just like I've got this giant one thing wall in front of me that I must climb over. So
yeah. And are you somebody, once you get to the top, need to have a next step, or are you gonna just soak in the view and love on it?
I might, Jamie. It might be really nice and warm and toasty up there.
Can I join you?
Yes. Yes.
in my cabin.
Yes.
Okay, so should we add a few things in here? What could we do over the next week to make sure that your certification is completely complete?
Okay, I would like to do that first, if that's okay, and just kind of like line out what needs to
Yeah.
be done here.
Do
And
you
then
want to
maybe
type or
once
do you want me to?
if we go through, I can type. So if we're looking here, okay, certification, so that's got to be the one thing, right? So I've got to do an org chart with a business. I know I've got to do that on my own.
Okay.
I need to answer one thing questions. Let's see. I need 3 book reviews. Gosh, look at this. I thought I was almost done. Are you happy? You're like revealing all the things I have to do. I'm not sure why it put a line to it. 3 book reviews. Okay. Let's see. What else do I need to do? I need to email Jake. I'm going to add this on here because I want to talk to him about our pay structure and feedback forms. There was something else we were going to.
I believe we talked about this last week, and there's something that I can tag you in the Facebook group page if that will be helpful.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
But also, you mentioned sales funnels.
Oh yes, we got to finish sales funnels.
Time blocking.
And I'm an old English teacher. I just can't let that sit there. Time blocking. I love the words time blocking. I'm becoming a one thing junkie. Time blocking. Let's see. All those things
That's good.
That might be it.
Why do you think you said time blocking? You're so excited about it. What excites you about that?
Feedback forms. I just have seen how much of a difference that has made in my life. And it's crazy, like how when you're more purposeful with specific times in your day that you do have more freedom. So I feel like when I don't have my time blocks, then when I'm done with my time blocks, I should say, then I'm way more present with my family, even though I've been really busy with several businesses.
Right.
I just think it's given me freedom that I haven't had before.
I love that. Do you think continuing with the same accountability relationship is going to benefit you, or do you have?
She's not done with me. No, we've got things to do. We've got major things to do.
Do you have any type of like evaluation for each other?
Oh yeah, let's see. We should probably do that. I don't know. I think we're very real with each other. I think we're both willing to be like, this is what I liked or didn't like. I mean, I think that's the good thing about, we both took our MPA and we're basically the same human. So neither one of us get our feelings hurt really easy, which is delightful. So I think we both feel very comfortable being honest and, constructive feedback, or I think we'd also be the one to be like, hey, get your shiznit together.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that so much about the person that I'm working with. So I think we're a constant feedback form. We don't have to hide behind a form. I think we do it anyway.
Okay.
And we both have very similar, goals of where we want to be a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. So I can just foresee us rocking this thing out for years to come, truly. I think we're a marriage made in heaven for accountability partners.
I love that. Do you work with more than one person, or is it just this one accountability partner you have?
I have a lot of people that I check in with or work with, and I think that's important. I talk to Katie a lot, and she's rocking and rolling too. And I have a lot of people that I check in with, and I love that. I'm a human person, and I want to soak up things from all kinds of humans all the time. But I think it's important to have just one person that you're really accountable with. That you're doing the work with. Otherwise, you're going to spread yourself too thin. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself, which I have been guilty of before, being a teacher by nature of like, sure, I can help you. Sure, I can help you. Sure, I can help you. And then that makes you no money. That attitude does not pay the bills.
Right.
So I've learned I've got to like stay in my lane sometimes and not default to, sure, I can help you.
Do you like to work with people that push you or kind of keep you even keeled?
I need to be pushed a little, and I have a lot of self-discipline and I push myself anyway, but I always want to get better. I'm never happy status quo. I always want to be learning. So, yeah, I would always appreciate being pushed a little bit farther, a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people that's going to make them angry or frustrated. And for me, I'm like, all right, let's go. You know, that's just how I'm wired. So, and I think my accountability partner is the same way.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So it works out well.
It helps you guys stay on the same track together. Is there anything that you haven't gotten done up until this point that you want to be held accountable for?
Once I'm done getting certified, then I really want to find a way to stay accountable with all of my businesses. I want to find, I think, and she's got the same ones I do for the most part, so I think we can find a way to, once we're done, we can get rid of the certification part of our annual goals maybe, and then add an RNF piece there of what we want to do each week throughout the month to grow that business as well, because I think there's still lots of potential in that area. So, that's a transition for me, is not being defined by one company anymore. I have several things going on. So, it's just a balancing act for me. And so, and it is for her too. So I think that's something that I would love to be able to figure out, is how we can time block in this certain time. Okay, what are we doing for our RNF business? This certain time, our MAPS business, this certain time for our, MPX business. And because otherwise one of them is going to fall by the wayside. And even though there's always going to be one that's the most important, which is going to be MAPS. I mean, that's going to be our cash cow, I believe. But the other ones are nothing to scoff at either, so they're gonna deserve a little time.
So that's all very, very exciting. And it's funny because last week you did not like the budget talk, and it sounds like you're so driven by several streams of income.
Right.
So if we looked at your 411 and you made a list of 6 or so things that you want to accomplish, what's your timeline for that?
Friday
to be finished with everything?
Yes. I really think I can be done by Wednesday, but I'm giving myself grace of, when's the last day of the month? Is the last day of the month Sunday, right? I think
it's Sunday.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure I can be done Friday. I would even like to be able to, I'm going to email Jake today and see if we can even maybe set up something to get it officially done.
And is the last day of the month something that you've set a goal for yourself? Does it have to do with your other businesses?
No, it's just a goal set for myself. I just want to say I did it. And I think my partner feels the same way, that we knocked this out in June. I don't want it to trail into July. I want to start July with lead gen. You mentioned this was a 12-week course. Do you know when the end date would be? Should it have taken you 12 weeks or 6 weeks? Do you know what those dates would be? I don't know. We started May 1st. So I guess this would be 8 weeks.
3, 4, if we finish 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks would be Wednesday.
8 weeks would be Wednesday.
Look at you holding yourself accountable and getting it done early.
Yeah.
Right? Was 12 weeks what you originally told me?
We are no 12-weekers. Yeah.
No, that's so exciting. So which part of your 411 that you filled out, what is your plan today? What can you do?
Mind you, hold on, go back to that one really fast, because we didn't get the self-paced class.
No, until.
Yeah, when did we get that? Let's see. I look in I
want to say like 3 weeks, because we have not had it for a long time. I mean, that's what you told me.
Right.
Are you looking in your email?
I am. I just need to know this.
Yes. Well, you started your 411 prior to getting your self-paced course?
We got it on June 19th, right?
No.
Oh, no, June 5th. June 5th.
Okay, so 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3 weeks is Wednesday. We're just over the 2.5 week mark today.
Yeah. So for us to finish this, and us meaning, so yeah, we're going to knock this out in 3 weeks, really.
So what are you leaving on that list for the end? What do you think you could realistically get done? And I know this is your one focus. What do you think you could get done today?
Today. What now? I have to get back out of here. I left to go to my, here we go. Today. I just heard back from my friend, so I definitely can get the org chart done.
Okay.
The one thing questions before I go to bed tonight, I'll have that done. I'll email Jake today for sure. Really, actually, all of this.
You get everything done today. What about the book reviews? Why is there a line through it? Are you mad at it?
I tried to I think there's some kind of a setting there that
You're mad at those books?
well, I did that, and then so it's like a setting that they put in there. So I need to tell Jake that too.
And how many tasks have you completed up to this point? Because I want you to be really proud of yourself.
I am proud of myself, Coach.
I'm proud of you too.
Yeah, I really do. I think I can get all of this done today. I will get all this done today. The book reviews, maybe not, because I really want to finish the new Sales Advantage for Reels.
Okay.
And I haven't even started the Ultimate Blueprint. So those are the two things that are going to take me for the rest of the week, if I'm honest, because I really do want to read them.
Okay, that I believe is a really short book. The Ultimate Blueprint.
Yeah.
You mentioned to me the other day that you wanted to read it. I have read that, and it's quick. It's a quick read.
Okay.
All right, Sarah, we are just about done. Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you want to?
No, I think I'd like to revisit accountability. Once we're done with certification on maybe what that looks like moving forward, with lead gen and time blocking. Because I think right now we've spent so much time getting certified. I think we'll be amazed at how much time we actually have to lead gen. So if you just put down and maybe revisit this in a week or two.
Okay, why don't we touch on it at our next call, and then, considering a week from now you're going to be completely done your certification.
Yes.
I know it's very exciting. You have a list of things that you're going to get done today. Wednesday is your tentative goal. Friday is your hard goal, right?
Yes.
Okay. So by next Monday, we can revisit accountability. And then do you want to dive into lead gen? Because that sounds like it will be your next step. Do you agree?
Right. Yeah, that'd be good.
So you can
that's really happening.
It's really happening. How do you feel about it?
I am nervously excited. Really.
Like a little more nervous and excited, or a little more excited than nervous?
More excited than nervous. I am. I'm probably just crazy enough to not be as nervous as I should be.
Well, I'm really excited for you. You've done a ton of work, and I'm proud of you for the accountability partner that you found. It sounds like you guys work well together.
Yeah.
And hopefully your family is aware of where you're at.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And how big this is going to be for you and for them. So Sarah, I think you have your work cut out for you.
I do. Yeah.
And I can't wait to hear how it all goes. And we're going to touch base, same time, same place next Monday. Does that sound good?
Yes. Sounds awesome.
All right. Good luck. You've got this.
Thanks, girl. Appreciate it.
We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.